so this is going to be part 2 to the video just because it ended up being too long. So what we're going to be doing is breaking that video up into 2 parts. So this is the second part, and it's going to be about me guessing the titles and the plot of animes that Trey watches or has watched or is like popular, and that's basically what we're going to be doing. So we're going to jump right back where the video ended last video. So the next one is a cooking one. I think this is the one that you always watch, that is cooking. So let me look at the cheat sheet. Food Wars.
Yes, it is Food Wars.
And it is literally about like cooking, like cook-offs.
Yeah, it's pretty well it. They go to a school which is like produces the best chefs, but there's like cooking challenges and you can get kicked out of school if you lose in certain situations. It's more about like seeing them cook the actual food and then watching the reactions of people who eat it.
I know the next one already, just opening up. It's Attack on Titans, and it's literally about like these big monster guys who destroys villages, and there are people who learn how to fight the Titans, and they grow up and then they like go slay them to make sure that they don't destroy cities. That's my guess.
That's pretty much it. So humanity is stuck in like a little, essentially like a castle wall around like 3 different walls where like the rich people live in the middle and then you're poorer and then poorer. And like on the other side of that wall is Titans who just eat people. That's like their only thing.
One Punch Man!
Hey!
I know that one.
What's it about?
It's about a kid who can punch people one time and knock them out or kill them or whatever. And he's like a superhero, whatever, yeah. And he goes around punching people once.
So he's not a kid. He's like a middle-aged guy.
Well, he looks like a kid.
That's because he's bald. But the basic idea behind it is...
He has a baby face.
The guy trained and worked out so hard that he lost all of his hair. But now he can beat anything in one punch, and he became a superhero for fun. But now it's not fun because he just kills everything in one punch. Like, it's the easiest thing in the world, so he's really bored.
That is the stupidest thing
It is so funny.
It does not sound
it's
funny.
It's
at all.
so funny.
So it looks like there's like this, the plot is a sister and a brother, and their dad died, and now their mom's really depressed and sad, and they go, like the brother has to take care of the little sister because mom's too depressed about the dad dying, and they go like to school and he has to watch out for her, and then they try to help mom. That's my guess what the plot is.
Okay.
And the title, I'm gonna guess, is Erased.
It is Erased.
I'm good at this.
Well, you're good at the titles because it's multiple choice.
Okay, but there's still a ton more, and of all of those, half those I don't even... That's not even English.
Yeah, that isn't. It's Japanese. So the plot behind the show is he's an older guy. He's reminded of a time when a young girl that he used to go to school with was killed, and no one found out who killed her. And then one day he travels essentially back in time and he remembers everything, but he's a kid again. So he's a child, but he remembers everything that happens and knows eventually she's gonna have to die, so he has to figure out who it is. So he goes through and like has to solve the mystery of who kills her and try to prevent it as well. It's dark, but I think you would actually really like that show.
That one sounds like I would be somewhat interested. So the next one, I have no freaking clue what this is gonna be about. Looks like it's like an action one. I'm guessing if you get cursed, you get turned into a pig head, and they go and fight in a forest. And I'm guessing that okay, so I have 2 guesses of what it would be called.
You have to choose on one.
But furry, I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. Tell me yes or no if it's right.
No.
Okay, so my other guess was The Promised Neverland. Was that right?
No.
Okay, so what is it?
This one's Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking. I was like, it could be that, but it didn't really look like it. But it also had like a pig head.
Yeah.
So like demon, pig head. I don't know.
So the pig head's actually not a demon. He's a normal kid, just has a very girly face, and he's not proud of it, so he wears a boar's head on top of his head so people can't see his face. But the main idea behind the show is the main character's in the middle there. His family gets slaughtered by a demon, and then his sister, the little one, gets turned into a demon. So demons eat people, and they can't really control it, but she can. So he's trying to figure out a way to turn her back into a human.
Okay, so the next one, let me look at the titles. I'm gonna guess Promised Neverland.
No.
Frick.
This one's called Death Parade. This is one that Jake said you should watch because he thinks you'd like it.
If I had to guess from the pictures you've given me, I would guess that it's about, I don't want to be generic, you're like, it's about Death Parade. But that's really all I got. I don't know. I have no clue.
No guess?
It's about a bar. And
It's about a bar.
people go to it. Something to do with like there's like magical powers there, and somehow like there's like death that's connected to the bar, and yeah, that's all I got.
I mean, death is connected to the bar. So anytime like two people will come to that bar at the same time and they won't remember anything. And then the guy meets them at the front and says, hey, we're going to play a game. And then they play just like a 2-player game. And the games vary from like darts to bowling to like a bunch of different things. And the main thing is to figure out who's going to heaven and who's going to hell.
Based off of playing the games?
No, based off of what they did in life. And usually one of them gets to figure out like, was I the one who deserved to go to hell or was it this person? And you have to go through and like actually figure out like if you're the good person or not, because they don't remember anything. They have no memory from their past lives. It's just them. It's basically the point before they go to either heaven or hell, and the game dictates who ends up going to heaven or hell based off of what their true nature is.
So they're like in purgatory, basically.
Similar to it, yeah. There's like a bar that people go to. And actually, Light Yagami from Death Note has like a small part in that show, because one of the ladies has to figure out if she should kill the guy that she was playing with or just this random guy that she doesn't know, and it's just Light.
That's weird.
It's very cool.
Okay, so the next one, I think it's Yuri on Ice, if I remember.
This one is Yuri on Ice. You didn't even have to check your list.
I don't want to say gay guys, but they look gay.
It's gay.
Okay.
This is a very gay anime.
That's what I figured. Gay guys who figure skate, they're like on teams and they like compete against each other, and then they like fall in love with each other, and yeah.
So the animation in this show is like phenomenal, but the main character used to be like one of the top figure skaters, but then he loses and he moves back to his hometown, and then a guy who saw him like doing a routine from like 5 years ago sees him and wants to sponsor him, and there's a lot of gay shipping in that show.
Okay, so we're moving on to the next one. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Happy Sugar Life.
No.
Himo Umaro-chan.
It is that one.
Dang it. It is about Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that's exactly what the show's about. How'd you know? Have you seen this one?
It's about this chubby little kid who likes food and, yeah, likes junk food.
No. So the main character is that girl. She's normal when she's outside and like doing normal things, but when she comes home and she starts eating junk food, she like turns into this small little creature, and she puts on her little hamster onesie, and she just eats junk food, and she doesn't want to talk to people, and she just wants to watch anime and just be a loser when she's like by herself. But when she's out in the normal world, she's just normal. Next
one looks like a plot of two sisters. One of the sisters is like really way older, and both their parents die, and the older sister has to take care of the sister, kind of like Lilo and Stitch. I'm gonna guess Happy Sugar Life.
It is Happy Sugar Life. So this one, I'm gonna get into a little bit of spoiler territory. Not a lot of people will watch it. This show is incredibly dark. It's about a girl who kidnaps a young girl and keeps her in a home where no one knows that she like actually lives there, and they don't know that she has her. And she kidnapped this girl, and she's raising her like she's the mom, but she doesn't ever tell her, and her mom's like clinically insane and lives in an apartment close to them. And she just has to keep it secret from this other guy who wants to kidnap her from her because he's very attracted to her.
To the little girl?
To the little girl.
How is that a show?
It's a show. He's attracted, like, it's attraction between like cuteness. Like that's the main thing, is that this little girl is so cute that it's like causing people to do insane shit.
Okay, but that seems off.
So it's not like it at no point becomes sexual. That's the weird part.
But it doesn't matter. It's still giving the insinuation of like all these people wanting to kidnap.
The show
this
is
little
very
cute
dark,
girl.
but it is about kidnapping that cute little girl.
That to me seems like way too controversial, and I'm not about that. I am not getting into that. I do not want to watch that. That sounds weird and inappropriate.
It was a very dark show.
The next one looks like The Promised Neverland.
Nope.
So it's like I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out
So
my
I'll
defense.
max out my
Crap.
defense. Yes, it is.
The one that I've been
the one
trying
that
to
you
guess
guessed
the
like
entire
5
time.
times.
Come here. Come here. You hear the wind? Is it scaring you? Come here. Hi, sissy.
I don't know why she
Come
did that.
here. I really don't know what the plot of this is at all, to be honest.
Okay.
Not a clue.
So the plot of it is, it's a video game. So it's based in a video game. So this girl, she's not huge into video games. This is like her first big one that she plays with her friend. So she didn't want to get hurt, so you can allocate stats, and she put everything into being defensive so she wouldn't get hurt. And she's like overpowered at the very beginning because nothing can hurt her. And then she gets really powerful gear, and it's just kind of like a... This one's still running. It's only on episode like 6 or something.
Sissy. Goodness gracious.
I think for the last few, you shouldn't use the cheat sheet.
Katie, Teresa's gonna say I threw you. I threw you! Ah! Katie, I threw my cat! Okay, so I'm gonna guess Bakke?
Tori. So this one's like one of the biggest ones
Dragon
that's ever
Ball?
come out. It is Dragon Ball.
Why'd you use these pictures?
Because this is from the original. So there's Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super.
I only know what Dragon Ball Z is.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's balls like that are dragons, and it is, isn't it?
Oh no, but no.
Well-
You're like, they're dragons inside of the balls.
Well, I thought that they were dragon, like eggs.
They're called Dragon Balls.
Yeah, Dragon Balls. There's fucking dragons inside the balls, is there not?
You have to gather 7 to summon a dragon. And it grants you a wish. What's the plot though?
That's the plot, trying to get the balls.
So they get the balls multiple times in the shows. They get a lot of wishes. The plot to Dragon Ball is it's basically Superman.
Well, that's
An alien, him,
stupid.
crashes down onto Earth, and he's raised by a older gentleman who trains him in karate, and then he defends the Earth.
Moving on to the last few. I don't want to get these two wrong.
I mean, you can only get one of them wrong.
I'm gonna guess Bakke.
This is Bakke.
Yes.
What's Bakke about?
Bakke is about a man named Bakke. He is very, very strong.
So Bakke is actually like the 4th version of a manga called Bakke the Grappler. And the one that I pulled from, which is Bakke from 2018, the one I'm watching right now, he is trying to surpass his father, who's known as like the greatest martial artist. He's the strongest man on earth, basically. But these 5 convicts from around the world who just want to be defeated, but want to like be defeated truly by someone better than them, come and just start killing people and trying to get him to fight them to the death.
I don't think I would like that one very much.
You would not. It is very bloody.
So the last one is obviously The Promised Land. Is that what it's called? Yeah, The Promised Neverland.
This one I almost could see you liking. 'Cause
It
it's very
looks weird.
psychological.
It looks very interesting, I'll give him that. I don't know if I would watch it.
I think you would.
It's about 3 little boys who... Oh wait, maybe that might be a girl in the middle. A girl and 2 boys. Or no, they're all 3 kids on bubbles. So they get sent, the 3 kids. I don't know why they would all get sent to Neverland on like a bubble thing. I'm confused. Maybe all the kids are being hijacked to Neverland. Like aliens are like invading and taking the kids and putting them on platforms, and they get sent to Neverland, and then they have to go through adventures and figure out how to get back to Earth.
So I almost don't want to spoil this one. so I'll give you like a brief synopsis without any spoilers for it. So there's kids who live in a big house with a mother figure who's not their mother, she's just a caretaker. And they start to, so like each couple of months, one kid is sent and adopted because they're basically an orphanage. But then some of the kids start to notice, they find out something darker's happened.
16 out of 25 right on guessing the titles, and I got basically like, I got Food Wars, Spirited Away, kind of, Death Note, Yuri on Ice, Attack on Titan, One Punch Man, kind of, and I think that's literally it.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of Dragon Ball, but not really. No, I won't give myself that one.
Yeah, thanks.
But that's gonna be it. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I know that.
So my question is, did this kind of show you the broader spectrum of what's considered anime, and like that it's like, it's not for like just kids, it's like spanned across like multiple people who have multiple different tastes and multiple different genres?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't really realize that it could be that. I kind of just assumed that it was more like cutesy things or like funny for like kids and teenagers, but I guess it makes sense why there would be like adult type of content, because we have like South Park and Family Guy and The Simpsons that are more like adult cartoons, but I guess the Japanese culture probably has a lot more options. And so if you are not an avid anime watcher, I hope this was interesting, and I hope that you were kind of following along and trying to guess based off the pictures, and I hope that I didn't offend anybody when it comes to anime watching, because I know that like the anime culture is like a very big thing, and I'm not trying to be offensive, but a lot of animes I don't like and I probably never would. But yeah, so I guess that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. May all your stars align, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.